Good evening. I'm Brett Edwards. We have certainly seen our share of challenges this year, from the coronavirus and record job losses to a summer of unrest. But now Chicago faces a new challenge, filling the biggest budget gap in city history. $1.2 billion. Today, Mayor Lori Lightfoot unveiled her plan to get there, but it comes with a high cost. 350 city workers will receive layoff notices in January if the federal government does not come through with additional funding. 1,800 currently vacant positions will be eliminated. That includes 614 positions within the police department alone. And all non-union workers will have to take 5 furlough days, including Mayor Lightfoot. The mayor's proposal also calls for $93 million in property tax increases on a $250,000 home. That equates to about $56 a year. But there will also be a hike every year after 2021. That's tied to inflation. And even if you don't own a home but own a car, you'll be paying more. Under the mayor's proposal, the vehicle fuel tax will go up from 5 cents a gallon to 8 cents a gallon to offset a decrease in parking, garage, and rideshare use. A lot to dig through. And our CBS 2 political reporter Dana Kozlov joins us now. Dana, Chicago police are really losing a big chunk of their budget under this proposal.
Yeah, Brad, according to my math, the Chicago Police Department's budget will be cut by about $59 million, much of that by eliminating those vacant positions. Those who have been calling for the defunding of police say it isn't enough, but Mayor Lori Lightfoot says deeper cuts are not an option.
Our police officers are not our enemies.
That a matter-of-fact way for Mayor Lori Lightfoot to explain why she isn't defunding Chicago's police department, something activists have been demanding for months. But she isn't increasing CPD's budget either. She wants to eliminate 614 vacant department jobs, but she also wants to put an additional $5 million towards violence prevention and mental health programs.
We cannot responsibly enact any policies that make communities less safe.
Ninth Ward Alderman Anthony Beal agrees, which is saying something considering his tense relationship with the mayor.
We can't just, keep hiring more police. But at the same time, right now is not the time to defund the police.
Because Beal says of the violent crime surge in many Chicago neighborhoods, he and 5 other aldermen want the mayor to invest $50 million in a violence prevention program called CRED, which he says has helped cut crime in Roseland, his ward, by 33%.
Is this a realistic ask right now?
Absolutely. We cannot afford not to do this, because if we roll this out and crime is down, then we won't need as many police.
Beal believes that money could come from CPD's overtime budget or illegal gun and drug seizures. Currently, it's not on the mayor's radar, but launching an alternative response program is, which will send a mental health professional, paramedic, and crisis intervention trained police officer to certain 911 calls.
I also reject the false narrative that it either fund the police or fund communities. We must and can do both.
Something else to note, while the Chicago Police Department budget would decrease under this current plan, the newly created Office of Public Safety Administration would get an additional $105 million. That office created to help streamline the administrative functions of the Chicago Fire Department, Police Department, and the Office of Emergency Management. But the details of exactly how that money would be used, still a little fuzzy. Brad?
Yeah, important for all of us, too. It's going to hit all of our pocketbooks and affect us in some way. Interesting what Alderman Beal came out and said, considering he's butted heads with the mayor before. Any idea, though, on how this proposal is sitting with the body as a whole, other council members?
Yeah, because of the virtual Zoom-like presentation, there is nobody in person. In the past, we could run around and actually ask aldermen. We can't do that right now. So it's unclear exactly how this proposal is sitting with the body as a whole, but I am sure there's going to be a lot of debate about certain things, especially police funding, likely property taxes, and that first budget hearing will take place on Monday. Brad?
Let the fireworks begin. Dana, thank you.